Breaking news as we go on the air tonight. Notre Dame in flames. An ABC 7 viewer is sending us video from their trip to Paris 2 years ago, adding she doubts we'll hear this again anytime soon. Your Suncoast News starts now.
You're watching ABC 7 News at 6.
But since we heard the sexual predator was on the loose, we've been very careful about who's with them, when we're with them, who else is in the pool.
Back behind bars, a convicted sexual predator turns himself in after witnesses say they saw him touching kids at a community pool.
Plus, continuing coverage of a trial now spanning more than 2 years, why jurors were sent home early today.
It's going to get cooler tonight. Savor it because warmer weather is on the way. Your Suncoast News starts now.
All the signals were there, but I just didn't think he'd kill Lucky. No, not the dog he loved.
A violent crime that could have been prevented. We're learning new details tonight about the Venice man accused of killing a beloved Chihuahua.
Plus, carrying on campus, Manatee County School Board weighing in on arming teachers. Will the district make the same decision as Sarasota County, or will they allow teachers to carry guns?
Plus, a look outside our tower cam shows rain passing through downtown Sarasota. We'll show you what you can expect for the rest of the evening. Your Suncoast News starts now.
This is a Christmas miracle.
3 people trapped in a West Virginia mine since Saturday tonight are safe and sound. We'll hear from their families. Plus, a 3-car crash on US 41 in Sarasota tonight will take you live to the scene. And a look at one Suncoast neighborhood going all out for the holidays. Your Suncoast News starts now.
It's an assault on the fire department, on first responders, nurses, teachers. This is an assault on our community, and we're not going to stand for that.
Our top story, Sarasota police continuing to search for a man who shot at 2 Sarasota County paramedics. Our crews were on the scene moments after it happened. Coming up, the changes ahead for paramedics who were called to a certain area of Sarasota. We'll begin tonight with some breaking news that may affect your wallet. The IRS says it will pay tax refunds even if the government shutdown extends into the filing season.
Blinding fog so dense you can barely see the New York City skyline. Here on the Suncoast, a similar situation in some areas tomorrow morning. Your Suncoast News starts now.
Slight risk for severe storms Friday. Everything you need to know about the First Alert Weather Day coming up.
The Northport Police Department continues to investigate a homicide after more than a year.
And a Florida teen takes her own life. What we now know about the girl law enforcement are calling obsessed with the Columbine massacre. Your Suncoast News starts now.
You're watching ABC 7 News at 6.
Summer temperatures are here for the weekend, but another cold front is heading our way. Plus, deadly drinking and driving. A man accused of buying beer for teens in a fatal crash in Northport. Plus, parents in the dark, what schools are withholding about your children and what a new Bill of Rights could reveal. Your Suncoast News starts now.
Get your beach blankets and bathing suits ready. You're going to want to spend this weekend at the beach. Trust us.
Plus, a convicted felon from one of the bloodiest murders in Sarasota history was back in court today. We'll tell you why coming up.
And stepping up security, why police are adding more patrols to parts of Sarasota. Your Suncoast News starts now.
A few hours out on the trail and we kind of realized that we weren't finding our way back.
Drone footage helping save that woman you just heard and her daughter. We'll hear more about her rescue in just a couple of minutes. But first, breaking news tonight regarding the government shutdown that is affecting hundreds of thousands of Americans across the country.
Hurricane Florence slowly approaching the Carolina coast tonight as winds, rain, and storm surge batter the coastline. Plus, a former state house candidate on the Suncoast sanctioned for lying about a college degree. What consequences she now faces. And people who live in a Sarasota neighborhood can rest easy tonight. A mass burglar behind bars. Your Suncoast News starts now.
Beautiful warm day on the Suncoast coming to an end, but that could change as soon as Thursday. We have an hour-by-hour update as First Alert Weather Day approaches. Plus, why a man on the run from local law enforcement ended up in the hospital. A ballot proposal that could mean more money for Floridians. Your Suncoast News starts now.
2 straight days of bad weather. Will that pattern continue into tomorrow? Plus 2 breaking news stories as we go on air tonight. A fatal accident affecting traffic on I-75 and new details on a local teacher's aide accused of child abuse.
I am not protecting Mr. Trump anymore.
Plus an explosive hearing that went on for more than 8 hours. We'll have the highlights of Michael Cohen's hearing from Capitol Hill. Your Suncoast News starts now. Plenty of sunshine today, but get ready for severe storms and high winds tomorrow. When this first alert weather day will impact you the most. Plus, finding affordable housing is getting more difficult. We'll take you to both Manatee and Sarasota counties and show you the efforts being made for people who live here on the Suncoast. And a safe space for students on campus, the first of its kind in our area. Your Suncoast News starts now.
Still ahead in your Suncoast News, a highway hero getting recognized for his quick thinking. How this Florida trooper is doing now, nearly 6 months after this shocking scene caught on camera.
And a community coming together. We'll take you live to a fundraiser for the teen recovering from a hit and run.
Well, from the sea to the sand, the Siesta Key Crystal Classic Sand Sculptors help shovel a load of money into the local economy. We'll add it all up when we come back.
Plus, a Hollywood hit and run turn police chase. How this driver managed to ditch cops for nearly an hour. And a shamed sheriff gets his answer from a judge. When we come back, we'll tell you if he's getting his job back.
Privileged parents pleading guilty. The consequences they'll now face for the college admissions cheating scandal.
And talk about being in the right place at the right time. The story of how a hero and the man he rescued reunited.
Still to come on your Suncoast News, a tactical takedown, a school resource officer slamming an 11-year-old onto the ground. Why his sheriff says he used the proper technique.
Plus, a close call for this driver crossing a railroad. We'll have the latest on his condition.
Locked up love letters. Accused shooter Nicholas Cruz talking marriage, children, and death to his pen pal in the UK.
Plus, the rental scam you need to know about and 5 ways to avoid falling for it.
Wage wars between the biggest retailers will show you who's promising the highest salaries.
Plus, a shocking surprise at a Sarasota yard sale. One man's trash just became this man's $30,000 treasure.
Well, that's a look at your money. Will you have more money? You've got to check on tonight's lotto numbers in the big Powerball play. Straight ahead.
A man on a mission, suspended Sheriff Scott Israel, fighting to get his job back in Broward County. Why the governor, though, says he has the right to terminate him.
Plus, student safety a priority here on the Suncoast. Right now, Sarasota County School Board members discussing new security measures. Good evening. We begin tonight with breaking news out of Sarasota County. Our crews were on scene moments after an accident involving 3 cars left one person trapped inside one of those cars. ABC 7's Rebecca Fernandez joins us live from the scene of that crash. Rebecca, what can you tell us tonight?
Jacqueline, well, this accident happened over an hour ago, but it's still a very active scene. I'm going to step out of the way so I can give you a closer look. Right now, all those passengers involved have left the scene either by ambulance or by different modes of transportation. We do not know the conditions of each of these passengers, but what we do know is that 3 cars were involved.
You're watching ABC 7 News at 11.
Today I'm announcing that New Zealand will ban all military-style semi-automatic weapons.
Breaking news as we go on air tonight. Just moments ago, New Zealand's Prime Minister announcing a ban on all assault rifles, as you just heard. According to Jacinda Ardern, that's including all military-style semi-automatic weapons, assault rifles, and high-capacity magazines. Now, this all comes just 5 days after the mass shootings at 2 Christchurch mosques that killed 50 people there in New Zealand. Ardern said she hopes the law will be in place by April 11th. She's also encouraging all gun owners who wish to surrender their weapons to start now.
You're watching ABC 7 News at 6.
Breaking news as we go on the air tonight.
Let's go live to Manatee County, where we have crews on scene right now on 16th Street West and 57th Avenue West in Bradenton. That's about less than a mile away from the State College of Florida campus. Now, we don't have much information at this moment, but there does seem to be about 10 people in handcuffs right now. Sheriff's deputies are on the scene there. We will continue to update you as this story develops on air and online. Breaking news as we go on the air tonight, a playground up in flames. Our crews on the scene at Pioneer Park in Sarasota just moments after that fire started. That's near Sarasota's Bayfront. You can tell by this footage sent in to us by a viewer that that playground was totally torched. Fire crews put out the fire quickly, and it was out before 10 o'clock tonight. We are still waiting for more information from the fire department. As it comes into our newsroom, we'll continue to update you on our app and on our website, mysuncoast.com. Breaking news tonight in Sarasota, at least one juvenile has been flown to All Children's Hospital after a shooting off of Fruitville Road. It happened at the Bella Sol Apartments on Signal Point Circle just before 5 o'clock this evening. Sarasota police on the scene there investigating. At least 3 people are being detained for questioning by detectives. We do have a crew on the way to the scene. We'll have more on this story as it becomes available both on air and online. Continuing coverage right now of a story we first told you about at the top of our show. ABC 7's Taylor Torregana joins us now from the scene where at least one juvenile has been flown to the hospital after a shooting off of Fruitville Road. Taylor, what can you tell us at this time?
That's right, Jacqueline. We don't know much. I just got on scene. This is Signal Point Circle on Fruitville. It's at the Bella Sol Apartments, and I'm going to step out of the way. Sarasota police are asking us to stay at the front of these apartments, so I do want to just kind of zoom in so you guys can see closer to like where all of the action is happening. All we know at this point is that a shooting has happened and that 3 individuals are being detained for questioning by detectives. SPD has confirmed that it has been 1 juvenile that was injured and transported to All Children's Hospital. But as you can see, they look like they're cleaning up some of the crime tape and letting people back into the apartments right now as we speak. I'm going to zoom in a little bit more. Oh no. There was a car accident that just happened. Somebody got rear-ended right behind me, you guys. If you heard that, that was that sound. But it doesn't look too bad. They're driving. Well, my producer is saying turn it around, but they just drove off. Okay, so I'm going to zoom back out. Now the PIO of Sarasota Police Department just arrived. We are expecting to get much more information from her. She just got on scene and I'm looking at her now. This is obviously an ongoing and active investigation, so as soon as we have more information, we'll keep you updated on air and online, so stay with us. I'm going to toss it back to you.